again. You know what time it is, you know what day it is, you know. Well, once again, I guess that really all just depends on when you really do come upon this and find this. For me, right now, recording this, it is Thursday. And the hour is Mercury, which is, yep, you guessed it. Why we're not gonna read this, because we're about to transition. Hour's about to switch over and switch to that of the moon. I don't know how much y'all mess with the planetary, trying to do planetary hour, all of that stuff. I don't stick to it way too strictly, but I find that still kind of sprinkling in little things like that is just another one of those ways to kind of live your life magically. So, what we're gonna do instead? Boom, we're just gonna do a little collective reading. This little Halloween tarot deck, it's out of season right now. Not Halloween season, but hey. Who cares? This deck's fun. It's adorable. Sure, I'm gonna love it. A little collective reading for what to expect for the rest of the month. We've got 2 weeks left as I'm recording this. So far, it's been a little bit interesting of a month. Oh boy. But I wouldn't say bad. I wouldn't say bad at all. Been real productive around here. I feel like that Cancer full moon really helped some things that needed to get checked off the old to-do list around the home get done, or at least get underway, and that's a great feeling. So I like to shuffle kind of that first way, kind of thumb around, and then I'll just kind of do some of these. That's how I do it, but I know I don't like to really do the, that thing. So I don't really like to bend up my cards, but I've been having fun with this deck. Got this one a while back. I don't know, just kind of one of those spur of the moments or whatever, and it's kind of one of those ones just sat around. But finally took a look at it just a little while back, a month or so ago. Not even Halloween time, start off the Christmas season. But so, it's a lot of fun. One thing I've been doing with it though, that I don't normally do, is reversals. I don't know how many of you readers out there mess with reversals. Also, I got to try real hard not to bump this here cam, because I've still got it kind of set up on a sick little temp tower, and so I can have it up tall enough so we can see these cards. It's a little wobbly, so what do we get to look forward to for the rest of the month? Oh, the reversals, right? So let's go 1, 2, 3. To my understanding, most people read them one of two ways, where if it's reversed, it's either saying that this, whatever the card's saying, is something internally or externally. So, something that's gonna, whatever, just that, internally or externally. Versus, or the other thing that would be, I hear, is that it's letting you know that if it's reversed, that it's telling you that the card is telling you to read like the shadow interpretation of the card. So I've been experimenting with that a little bit. I don't normally do them, like I said, because one, the deck I usually read for myself off, which would be the Thoth deck, is already so very complex, and I feel I can just tell if what it wants to tell me most of the time. But I've also heard other people, such as Damien Eccles, say that all the decks really are that way. They're all have enough symbolism that you're kind of, by mixing in reversals, you're kind of overcomplicating things. But I feel like, whatever. It's a matter of opinion, right? It's divination, so it's going to be certainly to a degree what resonates with you, but be careful with that whole thing. What resonates with you? Because speaking of tarot, quick little funny story. So at the local witchcraft shop, one of them I like to go to, really fun, really great, really just sweet, loving people. Love them so much. If you guys ever see this, love you so much. But I was talking with one gal there. She was telling me how a mom had come in with her daughter, probably teen, whatever, I think she said probably around 16-ish, but so to pick out a tarot deck, and how the mom kept saying, "Oh, well, make sure, honey, to pick what really resonates with you. What really resonates with you. Just make sure it resonates." Kept using that word. We love those fun buzzwords, huh? So the daughter picks out one of the Goetia decks. Boy. So the sweet gal that works there said how she tried to suggest, maybe you might want to check out a couple of these books. Some of them having to do with like the Solomonic magic and etc. And the mom was like trying to kind of shut her down with like, well, if it doesn't resonate, and I think that's all that really needs to be said right there, right? So oh shoot, what did she say the outcome was? I think she had said that she ended up picking a different deck. If I'm getting that wrong, forgive me, but anyhow, so let's see what we have here. All right. Oh, okay. Well, I can't. might as well go in hot. Like the first time I shuffled this one, saying, "Oh, I'll try it with a reversal." I just was pulling a single card and got it reversed. So, all right, six of ghosts. That one is and I'm spoiled too with the Thoth deck because it's one of the ones that has the astrological stuff. But I believe this one would be it's Scorpio, Sun in Scorpio, I think. Plus, it's with the 6, you got that Tiphareth energy there. Hangman and Judgment. 6 of Ghosts, a card of pleasure, a card of really feeling whole and content with our inner emotions. Hangman, about that new perspective, trying to see things in a new way, reframing, as we like to call it. And Judgment. Oh, sweet Judgment. That card has really been popping up a lot so far this year for myself, and I've seen a few other people with that old sweet Judgment. So searching for something greater, searching for inner truth, completion, so if we take this all on the internal, with that whole overcomplicating things, I could see that being one of the reasons with the reversals too, because one thing, once you've been reading your cards for a while, you will kind of, I don't, you know what they're trying to say for the most part. So that's where with this old boy. So now we know we got him flipped. So let's flip him so we can see the art right side up, what we've got here. But I do love these ghosts. It's cute because you think ghosts, and they're gonna be cups. I think I already said that. If I didn't, forgive me, but I'm pretty sure I already said that. Ghosts are cups in this deck, and you know our emotions kind of haunt us, right? These ones here now, they're enjoying themselves. They're out for a night on the town, under the stars. That hangman there, boy, that's a scarecrow, and those burn up real easy, right? He's in the flames. He's fine though. He's chilling. Because what's he tied in there? Boom. Ooh, that's cool. This one's sneaky. This deck's sneaky too because there's stuff hidden in it, like with the fire suit, which is imps in this deck, which is neat. There's also, I've seen, I think just a couple of the art where there's a little salamander, in there. But you got your two crows up here, which is funny because I was just thinking on Odin a little before I was starting this, because I was thinking Zeus, Thor, Thursday, but I was also thinking Odin, because I think Odin's symbolism is pretty badass, kind of like, I don't know, kind of like Frostland, Viking, Gandalf, but with these dope-ass talking ravens. So the ravens are crows, both of the corvid family, up here, because the hangman, he's tied in by divinity. That's what helps him to not be freaking out by the fact that he's sitting here about to burn up, and he's a straw man. He doesn't care. He's laughing. He's smiling. What do we got down there in the bottom too? Oh, I can't. I think they might be these little vegetables, which I've heard goes into a German Halloween, where it's a little German. You make these little vegetable people as just like a Halloween gift, I think, to friends or family. All right, in Judgment, Waking of the Dead. This card has a lot to do with awakening. So like I said before, with kind of that search for something greater, and we're all going through different types of awakenings at all different stages of life, because when I reflect a lot back on my life and all the things I've been through, there was all kinds of different things that were awakenings, even if before there was any kind of, more significant meaning to it. This is all on the inner level. Let's say right now, we're feeling happy with ourselves. We're feeling happy with what we've accomplished. The sun, that's also been a thing that's been popping up a lot for me, is that solar energy. So if this one is, here, I better double check real quick. I got my other. I'm pretty sure it is, but I might be mistaken. Boom, Sun and Scorpio, baby. Peace. Analogy. Golden Age is an archetypal condition of paradise. So it's right now's the time to relax on yourself a bit, even if internally, because as within, so without. even if other things in life right now, the world around us might be burning around. And, inside, we're tied in. We're locked in with our divinity. This awakening we're experiencing, in this art, on this card, I like it. This kind of has a joyous energy to it. This whole deck just has a really fun spirit to it. I love it a lot. But I would say right now, for the remainder of the month, be happy with what you've done so far. It seems like last year put a lot of people through all kinds of different trials. But one thing that I've noticed for the majority of people is that those trials brought about some pretty profound growth, and we love that. And even if it didn't, that's okay. Stay tied in, stay focused on your divinity. But those ravens also served as, not only companions, but like familiars, essentially, for Odin. And I love all the black cats within this deck. We have a wonderful, beautiful black cat. Just cats, pets in general. Animals are such great companions. Be careful with mixing up the whole familiars with your pets, though, because they're not the same, although just, like a lot of things with magic, there can be things you can do, things you can work out, but to pop, so that's another one of those misconceptions that you see going around, how pets are your familiars. And in one sense, sure, because like I've experienced with the pets I've had in life that have come and gone. They come and go. When they go, they find a way back to you. It's beautiful. So know that even when the world's burning around us, even when this monster might be seeming to come and to shake us awake, or this monstrous situation, it might not be so bad again, Dracula here doesn't seem so pissed off. Oh, come on, focus, will you please? Oh, sweet. Thank you. Nah, he looks more like he looks more like they just slept in, and he's saying, "Yo, we're gonna miss the rave. We've got dancing to do. We've got dancing to do. Yeah, who cares? Who cares that the world is burning?" Ooh, almost knocked that. We got a night on the town to look forward to. But since this was all flip, let's internal. That's the way I'm reading it. But with these last couple weeks here in, there we go, January, where we'll have that transition from Capricorn into Aquarius. Be happy with what you've worked on the inside, that shadow work, that real inner healing that only you can do. Because even though sometimes when other people will be involved, sure, really truly you're going to be the only one who can get in there and heal it. But as I said, it seems like that's what everybody's been doing. So we deserve to take a little bit of a break, a little bit of a rest, a little bit of a feeling happy with ourselves type of moment. So anybody else mix their drinks? You'll have, like, if you're sipping a hot one, whether you're a coffee, tea, whatever, but then you might have like a cold water or juice or soda. what I'm thinking is, there, we can mix these babies back in here. But what I'm thinking is we'll do one more read. Oh, I cannot wait for the time of year when my body is functioning with a more, or I should say less runny nose. But what I like to do, for those of you out there who might not be a super frequent reader for yourself, but you like to start, you like to learn. And when I started, well, I should say what really helped me to start to learn it was I would pull one card a day. I would do that. I know a lot of people do that, but it is a really good way. I would pull one card a day, and I would, excuse me, kind of let that be my meditation for the day. But I would find that it was pretty much always somewhere throughout the day, if not the whole day. Every once in a while, it might have had to do with something else in another day as well, whatever, you know how it goes. And then some days, maybe as I would feel it, I would pull an extra card or two and just do my best to interpret it. Not only I have a pretty big book. It's not the one that Crowley himself wrote, or the one that Duquette wrote. It's actually another one, but it's still really good. That busts down a bunch of the symbology more than just like the little boy that comes inside the deck. So I would try to kind of understand it on that level, but I would also just feel it out. Say, hey, what's this? What do I think this is trying to say? And giving it time, you'll build up, like I was saying, with that Thoth deck. I can definitely just read that deck a lot better. This one I've only been working with for about a month now. But I think I still do alright with it. But you guys let me know, you know. That sucked, that was awesome, that was great, whatever. We're gonna find out. Well, alright, so what, though, because I will also do, like that dang judgment card, or the Aeon, was my card of the year. Not so the card I pulled on the first of the year that was kind of, well, actually it might have been a couple days after, but you know, whatever, basically right the first year, that was going to be my, this was last year, but also this was this year, not necessarily in a good way or a bad way, but just kind of in that thematic way. So Judgment, the Aeon, we love it. Sometimes I'll do that for like before going out to an event. So this one will be for the month of February. All right. Oh man, we're getting real reversed, aren't we? Cool. Ace of Pumpkins. Great. AKA Ace of Discs, Pentacles. All right, come on, focus. I know you got it in you. I know you do. Whoa. Ooh, look at that. Candy in the hand. Fool's gold. Oh, it is great. We love our sugar here in the US of A. I don't know, probably in all the world, just definitely not quite the same way as here in the USA. You know, I don't know if any of you have ever noticed in 777, one of the drug correspondences is sugar. I can't remember what it's for, what the exact correspondence is. I'm not going to go get the book right now. If we were on a live and everybody was like, hey, no, go get it, let's find out which one. But we're not. But yeah, one of the correspondences, how there's correspondences of drugs, one is sugar. Something to keep in mind. So this, oh boy, this could be really looked at in a whole slew of ways. No, this is the Kether of Asaya. So that most divine point of this here material world. And again, internally. So maybe more than just emotional, what you've built, but thinking about what you built in terms of Malkuth, but also and Asaya, but also that you're being handed the next task, which this one seems to be a sweet treat. Luckily in this deck it seems to be a real sweet treat, and I think we could all look forward to that here in the month of February, because I think that can be a dreary month for a lot of people, kind of an awkward month too, right? That weird short month, still cold, still winter, tail end of winter. We're not quite to spring yet, but it's unless you're in the southern hemisphere, then, well, you guys will be having a winter. Enjoy what's left of summer, though. Sweet treat on the inside. Black kitty. Down there in the field of flowers. Smell the flowers. Enjoy the kingdom. Because when you've established, like we saw in that first reading, the inner peace, the inner change of perspective and transformation, well, it kind of just has a... I cut myself off once again. Oh, geez Louise. Well, that's all right. It's a learning process. Hopefully I can stitch it or repair it together. I'm pretty sure I can. I'm pretty sure I've observed others do that before. But as I was saying, when that, especially things like those watery emotions are in that happy place, we have that change of perspective, that sense of awakening that we've never felt before in life. Fresh start. Which even this card, people will tell you symbolizes fresh start a lot of the time. But here in the world of matter, sometimes you need that. Shoot. We get down bad, but right now you're being handed what would normally be the coin, but instead it's this sweet treat. But either way, it's positive, especially considering it's on that inner level. Since I will bring about it that beauty, that harmony all around you. As I'm getting distracted here with this, the way the incense smoke gets caught in the ray of sunlight coming through the window, and how the cat's laying in the sun ray. toasty, nice and toasty warm. Oh, she loves it. She's such a perfect creation. Just like all of you, just like this whole thing, this whole kingdom. Because even if it is a bowl full of sugary, crud, really. But hey, this is Halloween, so this is, in this circumstance, this is very useful and appropriate, right? So, wonderful. Stay focused. Stay focused next month. Internally seems to be the theme. Since all 4 of our cards today, we're dealing with the internal. However, I know another theme for me, I already talked about in another one of my videos, is the building and structuring, syncing up of the material kingdom, just all the things that need to be in their proper place that aren't, all the things that are out of balance. Because with those ways that everybody seems to be sometimes going through similar things, I know the noticing just how out of balance you really are when you really get to noticing it, but not just you, kind of everyone. That's all right, because we can make those efforts to put it back into balance. And most of the time that starts internally. Well, hopefully a little tarot read, even if it was a little rough going, will bring us in what's left of the subs. We get really ripping into that Ophio. Because crud, let me tell you something. That book is going to do exactly what this reading is reminding us to do. And of what we have done. But now that we have done it, we need to spring on up to that next level. Okay, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Abundance is in your hand, and it's useful and appropriate abundance for the circumstance. Much love to you all.